Hey guys, what up? It's Matt here on Just for Fun. Welcome back. I've been on vacation, so I haven't had time to record in a while, but I should start to get some time in the next couple of weeks. I hope to do a bunch of vintage cube drafts and some more modern constructed decks for you. This is Jund-ish, as I'm calling it, which is basically like a budget Jund deck. So I know some people will say, well, there's still fetch lands or whatever, so it's not totally budget. There are a couple expensive-ish cards, but it's not nearly as expensive as actual modern Jund. So what I've done differently, so in the lands, I didn't have Blackcleave Cliffs, so I'm playing Copperline Gorge in that slot. And I'm playing Hissing Quagmire instead of Raging Ravine. That's a budget decision, and B, I just think it's better. I think 3 to activate is just way more important. And the size is good considering I'm playing Sylvan Advocate. So instead of basically all the answers right in the deck are all the non-threat cards are basically the same. Like I copied somebody's Jund list, and all of these cards, all of these 16, 20 removal spells were basically the same. So this is actual Jund, right? It's just the threats are different. So rather than Tarmogoyf, I'm playing Sylvan Advocate, which is, not exactly the same, but similar in a lot of ways because it's a cheap creature that's good, value for its cost, and it scales in the late game to get bigger and be more of a threat. Plus, it goes really well with Hissing Quagmire. So I think that's an important substitution. Instead of Confidant, I'm running Painseer, which is basically like Terrible Confidant. But the thing is, with Jund, you're not going to draw the card on turn 3, but you're probably going to draw the card on turn 4 if you can play this on turn 2, because you have 20 freaking removal spells, basically 19, whatever, to get your guy through. So this is actually better in this deck than in any other deck I've played it in. And it can come out against burn or aggro or something like that, but it's still a pretty good way to draw some cards. I did, instead of Lily and Chandra, which are like the big end threats, playing Rabblemaster, which is basically a creature that can win on its own. Army, and it can good against removal, still gives you value. Huntmaster, same kind of scenario. Good when you're behind and good when you're ahead, so that's a good thing to look for in a card. And Xenagos as another planeswalker threat. So this is where we're saving the money, right? But it's worked pretty well for me so far. So sideboard, I kept it similar to the Jund sideboard that I'd seen, but I don't love it. So Duress, I guess, is good against counter spells or whatever. Like this could be more Thought Seizes if you have them. I only have 2. 1 Damnation just in case, couple Angers, right? So against a swarm kind of strategy, couple Dreadbores for control against Planeswalkers. We got Finks, Baloth, Feed the Clan for life gain, Molten Rain and Crumble, good against Tron and other 3 3 color or more kind of situations. So actually not terrible against Affinity or Infect either, really, but and Ancient Grudge, yeah, is just good. So that's the deck. It's more streamlined and less, maybe out of this. It's not as unusual as my typical deck, but it's good and it's fun, and I like casting Kolaghan's Command. So I hope you like it.